Colin Cowherd, I can't look away, and he often reminds me of the crazy uncle that's liable to say anything just to get a reaction. Take a listen to what Colin said about the Browns' off-season additions.
Cleveland's already got a nice roster. They made the playoffs and they won a playoff game, but their back end was awful. They not only addressed their linebacking and secondary, they massively upgraded. That was as good a weekend as the Cleveland Browns have ever had in terms of addressing more of their issues. So you get Jadeveon Clowney, Troy Hill, John Johnson. These guys have played in the league. These are grown-ups. These are men, not boys in the NFL. Then you go get a corner, Greg Newsome, who I had going in the first round earlier than they got him, and maybe the linebacker from Notre Dame. So what you get here is a mix of veterans. You get a mix of youth. You get guys who have called plays. John Johnson for the Rams has been calling plays for a defense. You get grown-ups, kids, and you attack your one weakness. And I already know you got a good coach and can win a playoff game because I saw it last year. That is an A-plus off season. You had a weakness. You solved it with veterans and draft picks, not just kids. I don't want to hear, we drafted 9. You got it. Most GMs in trades don't want 9 picks because half these guys don't pan out. So Cleveland A-plus.
Dan, how much do you think it pained him to say that?
I think it hurt him a lot. And also, by the way, pro move there by Colin when he saw Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah's name and maybe wasn't quite sure how to pronounce it. Just said the linebacker from Notre Dame. I think Dave, you and I have done high school football games together. Sometimes you run into some things like that. So a pro move there from Colin Cowherd. But yeah, I mean, apparently Colin is on the Browns train, or maybe he's just trying to set up some sort of hot Baker Mayfield take down the road. But I almost wonder if Browns fans should be a little nervous about this.
Yeah, I know. You hear that, and it's like, man, did he really just say that? We had to play that back twice to make sure he was complimenting the Browns. But again, it goes to show you there's very little argument with what they've done. Now they got to go out and do it on the field.
Exactly. And I think the great thing is, and I know that, a lot of coaches and GMs say things like this, but I really do believe it with this coaching staff based on everything we've learned over the last year or so. They understand that they haven't done anything yet. They've just added talent to the roster. They've added players, and they understand that, Kevin Stefanski has already turned the page on the 11-win season. In fact, he doesn't even want to talk about it. He has moved on. He's, if anything, he's framed it as a disappointment that they finished third place in the division and they only won 1 playoff game. So he has turned the page to 2021 in this organization. Maybe internally they take a few victory laps, but I don't think they think they've accomplished anything yet.
Yeah, and it's refreshing to hear that out of Berea because their expectations are probably a little bit higher than most.
And they should be. I mean, listen, this team, and you play the Colin Cowherd thing, we're going to hear national people across the media landscape make what they say are bold predictions about the Browns, maybe winning the AFC, going to the Super Bowl. That should be the expectation for this football team. They have so much talent on this roster, and they've rebuilt that defense. They won 11 games last year. I don't think it's unfair to say that the expectation is to continue to take those steps forward. And, listen, you stop Chad Henne on that 3rd and long, maybe we're talking about a team that beats Buffalo in the AFC title game. So that's how close they were. And I think they understand that. So expectations should absolutely be high for this team internally and externally.